All you need is a dream in your heart, a little practice. Look at there. Already, we have the beginning of a beautiful picture.
Hey, buddy, watch this.
Is this ever something you keep in your opening hands? I don't think so. I think we want to make sure we hit a better opener, right? We've got some pretty good early game cards here that we want to make sure we're... Yeah, those aren't them. This is not them.
Thy blood born again.
Okay, another Galakron Priest. Interesting. Oh, man. Where? I'm actually going to do this. I really need to find some treants. Okay, that helps a lot. I really need to get things moving, and so far we haven't moved at all. Getting a little stressed out here.
Get me out of here!
Okay, test subject priest. What? Oh, no, that's just off the... Okay, that's just off of this. Alright, I was freaking out for a second. Wait a minute, what? What? Alright, this feels much better.
The future is clear. Your demise may near.
Okay, I wonder what he grabs. I mean, there's only a few options. I sure don't think he wants, like, you know, scenario. Well, I don't know. He doesn't want Mulch Muncher, probably. Probably doesn't want Force of Nature, so he almost certainly has Forest Aid or Cenarius. He has one of these two, depending on which one got offered and which one he kind of chose. I think Whispering Woods here is honestly fine, even without the follow-up. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm being a little too rushed. The thing about this deck is more about infinite reload as opposed to all-in-ness, particularly given the context of our hand. We have a lot of infinite reload right now. You cannot pool your dust, Namazito. No, there's no dust pooling available.
Consider.
Okay, Thoughtseal's pretty slow. Also, we have a lot of synergy cards that are probably going to be tough for him to utilize. Oh my god, look at this, guys. 0 mana, draw 2. That's actually insane. He's also going to burn a card here, which is maybe good. Oh, Goru on 7. Camellia, so we got a Thief Priest over here. I love it. His deck is like all Thief cards. It's really cool. Oh, that animation is so sick. Oh, they got the Shrubadier off the Thoughtsteel, apparently. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Mulch Muncher, guys, is getting cheap already. It's pretty amazing. I think we go Goru next turn, right? And, oh, this shrub's cute. I haven't seen that before. That's a cute treant right there, man. I like it. Highlander Mage one's broken? I don't know about that one, man. I can't fix that right now. But the treant one should be fixed. I'll check them later. I'll check them later. Oh my god, this guy's actually gonna have a full treant deck right now. I'm stressed out at the moment. Value trades. Look, guys, value trades. Value trades. Value trades. Golden Goru, let's go, man. His golden animation, I like how the birds are kind of flying around his hair, but beyond that, kind of a washed out flat golden, I'd say. Battlecry Galakron Shaman. We have seen some people wreck us with that. Oh my god! He's legit gonna try to out-treant us! I cannot believe this guy right now. The total lack of respect. And again, this would be insane if I didn't have a full hand. He's gonna try to out-treant us! This guy! This freaking guy. We actually might just have, like, almost lethal next turn. I can play this and this to trade into his Goru. And then hit face for, what, 15 plus 12? Yeah, 15 plus 12. So I have 27 next turn. I might be able... well, that's assuming these live, right? If he just slams the Goru and doesn't do anything else. I think we have 27. But he, oh, of course he trades. Yeah, that makes more sense. But I think that still is probably the right play. Oh, actually, you know, Cenarius... Oh, but that's 10 mana. Shoot. Cenarius would be better, but I can't play Cenarius and Mulch Muncher right now. So I think what we're going to do is play this in Savage Roar. Actually, we can do this now. Without overdrawing. Ooh, Soul of the Forest is pretty good too. We might as well. What does this do? Oh, yeah, we don't need that right now. Actually, let's play one more. It's a really good turn. Really good turn. Okay. You guys, we have this conversation. Oh, Plague, that's really good. We have this conversation a lot. When I say I can't do something, I don't mean it's like literally impossible. I mean I can't do it while also achieving the stated goal, right? Which is lethal. Like, well, sure you can. I'm like, no. I mean, I can't do it that way in a good way. It's not smart to do it that way, right? Like, it would be dumb to do it that way. Yeah, why is there so much Swedish going on in chat? I definitely don't know about the Swedish, I'll tell you that. Okay, so what do we have? We have 18. It's not enough. Is that actually enough with Scenarios? Yes, of course. It's more than enough. It won't even let me pick this. It knows it's so wrong. It's like, nope. Don't pick that. Okay, that felt insanely good. That tech felt awesome. Alrighty. I don't think we want to keep the Soul of the Forest this early, right? I think we want to make sure we get enough. Oh, native language is Russian. Ooh. Fancy. Fancy. Seems like a pretty solid curve. Man, I don't know if we'll hit the turn 5, the 5-mana spell or not, but let's play the top deck one to trigger. Our goal is to upset our opponent, make them a basket case. Shame the ancients never took off. It's just so that you can't attack with them immediately, I think, is why. It's like, yeah, they're 5/5s, but then they just don't attack. So you gotta wait a whole turn to take advantage of that. And so many of the other things with token decks, you get immediate advantage, you know. Buff them with Blessing of the Ancients or whatever. Now, I chose consciously not to run Blessing of the Ancients in this deck, because my thought was, well, if the Treants are gonna be 3/3s anyway, maybe that's enough, right? Ooh, nice. Very good top deck. Maybe that's enough anyway in Savage Roar, right? Like, just Savage Roar, and we'll focus more on, like, infinite reloads as opposed to, like, slightly more optimal pressure post-reload. Like, this deck just has so many ways to keep building the board out, right? This is a bit of a funky turn, I think. I guess we trade just for lack of anything better to do, because I'm gonna reload the board anyway, and I need the board spots, so. So I mean, we're set up for lethal here if he doesn't have, you know, a defensive option. I mean, barely. We need everything to survive, but okay. Not quite lethal. When is that creepy tree hero out? Oh, I thought it was already out, but I didn't see it. No, oh, I don't know when it's out, actually. Okay, so this could set up lethal. This should just do it, right? Okay. Yeah, my opponent just, like, didn't play enough cards. Like, he had, I would argue, a pretty good, like, Unleash the Hound's defensive option, but it's just not enough. Hounds does not trade favorably enough into that many Treants. You know, me being just the most, like, Midwestern American dude imaginable, I am, like, the most just basic Midwestern guy. just basic Midwestern American guy to attract an international audience is quite I think it's cool. It's an honor.
Regis, the Swedes in chat are swearing in Swedish. Ban them.
You guys don't swear. I mean, I don't want you swearing. Don't take advantage of my inability to read it, please. I still have not checked Ysera Awakens on Ysera Unleashed, but I still suspect it will not work, is my guess. Let's go ahead and wait a turn. I'll save the coin for a bigger spike later. I need some pretty cool stuff to happen. We do have Garden Gnome, I guess, next turn. That's pretty good. There's like no weird interaction here where this like, no, it can't be, right? Because like this gets cheaper as soon as she summons the 2/2 Treants, but like she's already summoned them. So there's no like, these don't cancel each other out, which would be kind of cool in a weird way. I don't know if landscaping's enough right now. I think we're just gonna go ahead and try to hit the bigger spike here. It does leave me a little bit awkward on 4, I'll be honest. Maybe this has to be enough. Maybe this, because we have some stuff we want to coin into later. I think this has to be enough. It's not enough, but it has to be. Like, we just don't have a choice. You think they'll add new minions to Battlegrounds or the current future expansions? Both. I think they'll do both. Both new cards and repurposed real Hearthstone cards. That would be a paradox. Yeah, exactly what I mean. Yeah, you see it. Oh, yes! Let's go! That's exactly what we needed to be in this game. Okay, perfect. Perfect. That solves all our problems, chat, right there. I honestly... There's a world where I should probably kill that because it could get mutated again. But without Evolve giving him kind of the double option... Well, he would have already mutated it. No, so you'd have to top deck exactly mutate. Or Witchy Lackey. I guess Witchy Lackey is probably a better argument, because there could have just not been enough mana for the Witchy Lackey. But I don't think it's worth sacrificing my turn entirely. Oh, wow! No buff on those, but still not a bad play. I think, you know, compares to Serenite Chain Gang in the past. Comparable to Chain Gang. We have, like, the Savage Roar that could help me chip through the board quite well. Also, that will kill a Treant. Makes this cheaper, but that doesn't really matter yet. The discount here means that the second garden room does not work. Hey, Eddie, dude. Thanks for the raid, man. How's it going? How is it going, Eddie, dude? Hope it's going well. I don't know what to do here, Eddie. Maybe you know, but I don't know. I think we just start here. I need to get a big spell, which I don't have. Power of the Wild's okay. Yeah, Power of the Wild's okay. Helps me trade into these. It's pretty nice, actually. And then I can, I'm gonna go ahead and Wrath the Hyreek just to avoid any shenanigans on this. I definitely don't want this accidentally getting really big or anything. Okay, Eddie, man, how's it going? How did the expansion go, Eddie? Man? Did you have a lot of fun? Play some cool decks? Get some good wins? That sort of stuff. That sort of stuff.
Shall we make a storm?
Hope it was enjoyable. Was Zephyrus updated? I don't know. Eddie is making food. He just dropped a raid while making food, eh? That was his thing. He was making some food. I think we can get by with just Mulch Muncher here, right? It's a 5-mana 8/8 with Rush. That's pretty good. I don't need to be greedy with it. Just respect that crazy threat, right? Respect that crazy threat and go for it. Goru's a nice big taunt next turn. Hopefully that's enough to lock out like his face attacks with the weapon and everything. Oh, really dead draws. That's good news. Does he kill this minion, do you think? I wouldn't if I were him. I think he's making the right move. Face is the place. Face is the place. I've never heard that voice line before where he goes, Goru, Goru. That's awesome. I think I'm maybe going to go face. I think we have a lot of potential damage next turn with Savage Roar. Well, that might actually be enough to kill my Goru. That's kind of sad. But he's going to have to use his face if he wants to, which still gives me lethal, right? No, actually 11 plus 6 is only 17. Oh, he just decides not to attack. So that's definite. Goru. It's like Groot. He kind of talks like Groot talks. Do you know how expensive this deck is? Not offhand, but it's not too crazy, I don't think. Couple legendaries, couple epics, and then a lot of cheap stuff. Oh yeah, 6,400. There it is. 6,400 dust.
Protect the wild.
Minus whatever you already own, which I'd say is probably a lot for most people. I'd say a lot of people have quite a few of these cards already. Sonarius might be a bit of a craft. Goru. Goru has felt great so far, by the way. I wasn't convinced initially that maybe Goru was even necessary, But I would say Goru's felt really good. Really good. Malagos Warlock is really easy to get off. How do you do a full Malagos Warlock? Tell me. Teach me. Show me your ways.
For the wild.
Show me your ways. It's insane how quickly this gets discounted. Even if this was cost 1 less for each treant you control, I think this would be a pretty solid card. The fact that it costs 2 less for each treant you control is actually unfair. Like, this is busted. This is so good. Is Whispering Woods a must-have? I don't know yet. I don't think so. It used to be, but so far it has not felt mandatory. In fact, we kind of just, like, cut it. Reed is ignoring the important questions. What important questions? I answered how expensive this deck is. Can you stop spoiling your videos in the beginning? We've had this discussion a lot, and we all have different definitions. So I don't know what the video today looked like. I think my editor has a bit more of a spoilery eye than I do. But when I edit videos, I don't spoil them. Like, for instance, I included the 100 attack Cobalt Guardian in the beginning of a video, and I had a discussion with somebody who was like, "You ruined the whole video. You put the 100 attack Cobalt Guardian right at the beginning. Now I don't need to watch the video. I know it gets to 100 attack." And I was like, well, that's not the whole video. That's one component of the team. That's 1 out of 7 minions on the board. You don't know how it got to 100. You don't know what it killed. You don't know what my opponent's builds were. Maybe they had a 200 attack Cobalt Guardian. So the comparison I made is like, you know, the Hulk is in the Avengers. Does that mean you don't watch the Avengers just because the Hulk is in it? It's like, I know the Hulk's the Avengers, but I still want to see who he fights, how he fights them, how strong he gets. Like, you know, in other words, there's a level between.
That my Prime sub comes back in the day of the new expansion.
Yeah,
also, Shuma's
there's a level
hit me.
between a full spoiler and a mild teaser, right? Like, there's somewhere in between. Now, I don't know what the video is today. I think the editor has a little bit more spoilery vision than I do, so that may be the case. But when I edit videos, that's my perspective. I zoom in a ton. I only show you one small component of the board. I try not to show, like, health totals or, like, game states, you know. Let's actually just go here on this. So I really try to limit your visibility to one specific thing, you know. If that makes sense. So that's my perspective on it. And again, I can't defend the video today. I haven't even seen it. I have no idea what it's like. It may be too spoilery for my taste, right? But anyway, does that sound reasonable, Brave Ability? Like, does including 1 or 2 big highlight minions at the beginning, is that to you a more acceptable level of spoilerhood? Because that's where I try to land when I edit things. Does that feel okay? Just so I have my kind of perspective on it. So I know where to land for future references. Because I edit 99% of my videos. So. Clickbait? Well, clickbait wouldn't be... You can't have clickbait inside of the video. There's no clickbait in a video. There might be watch bait, but there's never clickbait in a video. That would be a misnomer. There's no such thing as clickbait in a video. Because you've already clicked, right? So at that stage, it's gone. The click has already happened. I am out of cards, by the way. So. No Anubis at Defender? No Anubis at Defender. I don't really think we need it. It's a good question, I guess, but... You do a great ob. Thank you. I'm always working on my ob. Man, that must feel like the worst. You have to, I get it, but that must feel like the worst sap ever. So let's see, we have 10, we're adding another 12, and hero power is another 1. So I think we have exactly 4. Even though we barely played this game and I was mostly complaining about YouTube. We're not really complaining, but discussing.